video. Now this band, you know, if you watch demo videos, again, I keep saying this, but this is one of my favourite bands, and I buy everything they get. The band I'm talking about is Soft Cell. Now we did the video a few months ago for the first album, and this is the accompanying remix album that came out. So this is called Non-Stop Ecstatic Dancing. I used to call it erotic dancing, just to get the two titles mixed up. So this has literally just come out. So this was a mini or remix album from Soft Cell, released in the United Kingdom in June 1982 by Some Bizarre. In addition to remix of the group's old material, it also included a brand new track cover of Judy Street's 1966 song What, which reached number 3 on the UK singles chart. In some territories, the album was released as an EP. Because there's not that many tracks on it, to be honest. The original album, because they were kind of extended remixed, I mean, you had Memorabilia, Where Did Our Love Go, What, A Man Could Get Lost, Chips on My Shoulder, and Sex Dwarf. That was it. So you can see it was almost like a mini album, or even an extended EP. So it's quite bizarre they call it an LP now. I mean, now it is. I'll explain why. The album is more of the dance orientated than the group's first album, Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret, with remixed instrumental versions of 2 songs from its predecessor, and both sides of the Memorabilia single, as well as a new track What. In the UK, the mini LP format was just becoming prominent. There was, at this particular time in the early 80s, there was, and I have done a few videos on this now, where a band would put out a record and then they released like a remix album. You know, Howard Jones has done it, Eurythmics have done it, Imagination have done it. You know, look at the Human League, Love and Dancing, which is the remix album for Dare. It'd be great if people kind of went back to start doing that. I used to love getting these kind of remix albums, and this is what it was basically. I said they were all extended. So originally this album was set to be produced by Donald Fagen of Steely Dan, and several tracks co-written by him were recorded, but these songs were shelved due to label disputes with MCA Records. I'd love to know what tracks these were, and are they still in existence? Will we ever see, or will they ever see the light of day? That'd be so good if we can get a hold of them. The whole album had to be scrapped due to songwriting liabilities, and Soft Cell families had to write and record the album in a span of a week. That's insane. I mean, what an album they've done. So on here, the Memorabilia is a brand new version with a rap by Cindy Ecstasy as well. Where the Love Goes, a remix of the B-side of Tainted Love on here. A Man Could Get Lost and Chips on My Shoulder are heavily remixed instrumental versions. They really are almost at some points unrecognisable. Sex Dwarf on here is also remixed, but is closer to the structure of the original song. It's just been extended slightly. Also, the original North American vinyl release replaced Chips on My Shoulder with an edit of the extended version of Insecure Me, while the 1999 CD reissue contains both tracks, because it has been reissued a couple of times over the years. I think the last time was 1998, but it's slightly expanded, where they put all the extended versions, everything on it. I never ever bought that one. If anything, I probably would have bought it on CD, but I didn't actually buy that one. But now they've re-released, or not released, or released Soft Cell's Non-Stop Erotic Dancing 2LP Expanded Edition. So obviously it's an anniversary. It doesn't say anything about an anniversary, but I'm sure it is, because we just had the Cabaret album quite a few months ago, and this would have followed that quite soon. So you get 2 vinyl on here. Now the artwork on here was taken by Peter Ashworth. Now I didn't know that until I was doing the research on here. Such an iconic cover, same as the Cabaret album, such iconic, very different as well. So obviously with this being like more dancey, they've got the dancey elements a bit more light, more clubby, whereas the first one was very kind of seedy, very dark. But I love the contrast of 2 sleeves as well, so at least you can differentiate between the 2 as well due to the artwork. But it was taken by Peter Ashworth, which is great. I love his photos. If I had the money, I'll get him to shoot all my album covers. So released it on a 2-coloured vinyl set. Again, you've got the sleeve here, you've got the hype sticker. You know, again, I keep talking about hype stickers, I love them. It's got here Soft Cell, Non-Stop Ecstatic Dancing, 2LP Expanded Edition, pressed on pink and blue vinyl, which you're going to have a look in a second, with bonus tracks and Adrian Thill's essay. I've not read that yet. So that's the back, just the track titles on the back, a little bit of credit on the bottom. But vinyl 1 The sleeve, the photos are great. You know, look at that photo of Marc. I mean, that's just insane. I love that photo. I've never seen that photo before. On the other side, you've got the extended essay as well, or talking about the album, talking about the band. To be quite honest, the writing was really small for me to read. I do normally wear kind of glasses, and I really have to get a magnifying glass for this. It's really tiny. So a lot of you older generation out there, be careful. Get a magnifying glass. And here's a great picture of Dave Ball as well, hanging over. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a Moog. Look how young he looks. The vinyl on this one, let's have a look, is a lovely pink. Now, it's not like a hardcore pink, just like one solid colour. It's almost kind of translucent pink as well. I mean, you can see through that. Lovely pink. Vinyl 2. Again, you got an amazing picture of Dave Ball covered in cables. Again, I've not seen this image before. Maybe I wasn't such a big Soft Cell fan. And then the other side, you've got an outtake from the front cover shoot and sort of the credits and, you know, thank yous and everything for the album itself. The vinyl on this one is a lovely translucent blue. There you go. How nice is that? There's always something about coloured vinyl I absolutely love. It just makes it special, especially when people do put an effort into kind of reissues. I have had a few kind of reissues over the years, and the album just looks shit. As in the artwork where they've just scanned it in from the original, and nothing special, no extra tracks, no nothing. So it's good when a band actually reissues something. It gives their fans something a bit extra, and there definitely is something a bit extra in here, because we spoke about the first album, which is the original album, but you also, the second vinyl on here is this load of remixes. So you've got Torch the 12 with the original 12-inch mix, which is brilliant. Insecure Me, the 12-inch version. You've got A Man Could Get Lost, the John Please Women remix, which is incredible. I always love that mix. The other side, you've got Bedsetter, which is my all-time favourite Soft Cell track. I even got Marc to sign, because obviously we've worked with Marc over the years. I got Marc to sign that 12-inch. And I think he told me it was his favourite track as well, but I love that track. But you've got the Erasure remix on here. It's obviously Vince Clarke and Andy Bell, which is really good. They got the What, the 12-inch mix, and you've got So 12-inch version as well. So you're collecting quite a lot of the kind of rare mixes on here as well, the expanded mixes. So that is on vinyl too. So for a package, for a really good, really good, and you're a Soft Cell fan, you have to add this to your collection. Okay, and that is Soft Cell Non-Stop Ecstatic Dancing, or Dancing, whatever you want to pronounce it. Great album. Get yourself a copy. Brilliant.